Good afternoon, everyone. I am Baron Aedan, Baron of Caer, but today I'd like to just talk to you in general, as someone who's been in the SCA for quite a while, talk to you about helping our baronage and helping our rulers, our kings and queens, our princes and princesses, to recognize very valuable members of the populace in the various efforts that they give. None of those in a position to give an award are all-seeing, and all of us rely on every one of you to help out with information and point out the valuable stuff that people do. So you don't have to be a member of an award to recommend someone for that award. You don't have to be someone that is very skilled at making a thing to recommend someone for making that thing. All you really need to do is, first off, take effort to put pen to paper or fingers on keyboard and make that recommendation. Atlantia is blessed with a very well set up online system. So first of all, once you've had this thought of, hey, it would be great to see that Lord Joseph or Lady Bethany is recognized for their service, for their artwork, for the stuff that they do setting up an event, whatever. Make some notes, get some thoughts together, and then if you're not sure what to recommend them for, the great starting place is the order of precedence site, op.atlantia.sca.org. And if you're not sure of that, or you can't find it, atlantia.sca.org, and then go under, I think it's Populace and then Awards, and you'll see the awards information. From there, if you're thinking of something, talking to the Baron and Baroness about their stuff, you can find the Baronage Award, the Baronies listed, and from the Baronies go to the awards of the Barony and look at that stuff. If you're not doing that, but you are thinking about making a recommendation to the King and Queen, again, you can see all the awards listed down the side, and you can go into each award and see what they're about. It's not critical that you get the award recommendation to exactly fit the award that you're going for, but it is helpful. So knowing that, hey, so-and-so is great, they're always at fighting practice, and they're constantly teaching really good stuff to someone, that's a C-stack. Hey, that same person is always running fighter practices and they're providing loaner gear for people, and they're helping get people to the event, and they're working with the owners of the building where the practice is helping, that's service. That would be a Golden Dolphin, a Grant level, or a Pelican, but even lower level. So that's a service award. Hey, so-and-so is a great fighter, they're very skilled, they're winning tournaments, they're doing well at that sort of stuff. That's a fighting award, whether it's for archery or rapier or armored fighting. So fighting award, service award, teaching award. Hey, so-and-so is doing this stuff, but what they're teaching or what they're showing is historical recreations of German fighting techniques from the 14th century or this and that. That's when you get into arts and sciences. So kind of know roughly what's going on and fit your recommendation stuff. Be objective in your recommendations. You can be married to someone, you can be very close to someone, they can be your best friend, they can be your roommate, they can be your significant other. It doesn't matter. In fact, not in my mind, who best to recommend them but you, because you know best what it is. But don't say that Lord Joseph is a wonderful person. That's not very helpful. But if you say Lord Joseph autocrated this event and this barony, and they autocrated this event, and they did these things and those things, if you objectively spell things out, that goes a long way towards, hey, this is a wonderful person. It doesn't matter that they're really close to you because you said these facts, these specific things, and that's the kind of stuff that the baronage and that the crowns are looking for to say, we agree with you, thank you for bringing Lord Joseph to our attention, and we are going to award them with this thing that applies. There are some times when you don't know what to do, but you think that Lady Bethany is very worthy of recognition. So again, do the best you can, list specifics. She's always thoughtful and courteous. She has brought newcomers to 6 different events. She has helped garb all these people. She has contributed food. She is always in the kitchen doing this cooking. She is always at events doing these things. Whatever you can, spell that out. Don't just say she's a wonderful person, because I'm sure she is. But give specifics to say this is why she should be recognized, these things that she's done, these things that she's made, this knowledge that she has delivered, this research that she's done, the fighting skills she has shown, those specific things will go a long way towards getting that person recognized. And then be that person. Make that effort to go and recommend something. The final thing, unfortunately, with award recommendations is it's not ordering something online. It's not a guarantee. The first step is you making that recommendation. But after you've made that recommendation, realize that, first of all, whoever you recommend it to has to agree. Secondly, if it's for a kingdom award, and it's the level of something called a polling award, there has to then be, the order itself has to be asked in a polling. And then finally, let's say you've written the award, 5 other people have written recommendations, and the polling happens. Then the crowns have to go, okay, we think Lady Bethany is worthy of this. What event is she going to be at? Or currently, is she okay with accepting awards virtually? And that coordination has to happen. And I have known a number of cases where, unfortunately, someone was worthy of recognition, they were going to be given recognition, and then life happened, and they just never made an event where the royals were. Because especially if it's a royal award, they have to be at a royal progress event for that to happen. It's very rare for the crowns to say, hey, local baronage, you can give this award on our behalf because we just can't coordinate. So sometimes that kind of an award gets passed on to the next reign, and sometimes it just doesn't happen because of timing. So don't be upset. Perhaps wait a while, wait till the next reign, put in another recommendation, maybe talk to others and say, hey, do this thing. Or don't you think that Bethany or Joseph or whomever is worthy of recognition for the stuff they do? But also don't write out a form letter and have like 6 people send in the same stuff. Recommend people for awards. It's great to see someone get something that you've had a hand in. Don't be afraid to talk to people about this. Don't be afraid that you don't have the award, so it's not up to you to do that. It's up to you, whether it's your first week in, your first decade in, your first whatever in. Anyone can recommend anyone else for an award. Just make the effort, add specifics as best you can, and if you're really not sure of what to do or where to send it or whatever, find someone that's got a little more experience than you and get that sent in and have them help you. Say, hey, Your Excellencies, my Baron and Baroness, I want to make a recommendation to the crowns for this person, for this thing. Can you help me out? Or just a friend, just whomever. If you feel still a little insecure about doing it, get a little help, because making that first step to make that award recommendation is huge and can be very helpful. If you have any further questions, feel free to ask me, baronage@caermear.sca.org. Catch me online. Talk to a friend, whether they're a peer or not, talk to someone else who's been in the SCA longer than you and ask. And say, who can I talk to get help on this? Thank you for your time. I appreciate that. This is Baron Aedan talking about making award recommendations.